Welcome back in the channel, guys. If it's your first time that you drop by, thank you very much. Today in this Edit With Me series, we will edit this portrait in black and white. We will use all the appropriate tools, so first of all, let's roll our intro. Okay guys, in this Edit With Me series of my channel, we will use Luminar Neo to edit this portrait picture in black and white. So let's see some details. It's taken with my Sony A7R Mark III and 16-35 GM lens in focal length 35mm, ISO 100, you see f2.8 and 1/2000 shutter speed. So let's go to edit. The description of all my products will be down in the box. Check it out. And let's start first of all by cropping. And because I want to post it in the Instagram, I make a 4x5. What I'm looking here during crop, I want these 4 points to be into my subject and the eyes to be above that line. I will stick somewhere here. So first of all, let's see what Luminar Neo has to propose us. He detects that this is a portrait shoot. Because I want to make it black and white, I come to monochrome collection and I find this preset named Soulful. I hope I pronounce it good. After a few seconds, this is initially with one click how my picture looks like. Let's start editing. First of all, I start with Enhance AI and I increase it to 75%. You see it brights a lot of my picture. I don't want that. For that reason I create a mask and with 100% strength and feather 100, call it softness here, I increase the brush size and I will apply it only in my subject. So all the filter, it will be applied, this Enhance AI tool will be applied only in my main subject. I want to show you something. Let's say that we make a mistake on our selection. You see here it creates a white halo around our subject. In order to remove it, you come to Erase tool, you reduce the mask, okay, you reduce the softness, and easy with soft touches you come and remove it. For that reason we try to remove it even from the hair. We reduce the size a little bit more. That will come inside here to remove it also. Now if you want to be more specific, because the brush size is very small, you can come again and you will try a little bit more to be a little more precise and include again the part that you left out before. So this is something nice. We keep it like that. So next step is develop. What's my idea in this picture? I want to make black and white and I give all the attention to the face of my subject. So what I do, I reduce a lot, almost 2 stops, the exposure of my picture. I reduce the highlights. And this time I reduce also the shadows. in order to be more precise, we don't need it totally in our subject. So what we do, we make here paint mask fill, so all our picture is filled with this one except our subject. So I reduce the strength of the mask to 40%, I increase the feather, I increase the brush size, and now I will remove these effects from my main subject. You see how I paint over the mask? I remove the mask from my subject, but not totally. I remove it only 40%. So you see directly by doing that how the subject pop-ups from the background. But of course we have some other techniques that will make it even better. So after that, let's come to black and white section here and increase the whites and crush the blacks a little bit, around 40%, and that's even better. So after that I come to creative section, into the mood, and I find one specific LUT that suits my needs in this black and white picture, and that called Venus. Let's see this blue romantic filter that applies, but I don't want it so much. I reduce it around 15% in my picture. After that I go to and apply orthon effect, increase it too much just to be visible, and then with a mask and strength a little 40, just I want to apply it only a little. I do it only in the face, but not all the face, the cheek, and the areas, the ear, the neck. I want to avoid the mouth and the eyes. I will make also her hands here and the glass of the champagne. After creating the mask, I reduce the effect 30. So, what we are missing? Of course, the portrait section. We are discussing for a portrait after all. So, we go to portrait bokeh AI. I increase it in order to let Luminar Neo process the picture and blur the background. Why I'm doing this? First of all, it's a black and white picture. I want to give the impression that my subject pop-ups in the foreground and it's blurred at the back. So one good way to do that is by using portrait bokeh AI. Of course, and likes a photo with bokeh, but the lenses are quite expensive. If you try to find the lens with 1.2, you will see that costs a lot. So artificially we come here with portrait bokeh AI and we increase the background blur. If you put the cursor on the picture, you will see that Luminar Neo automatically creates a mask of our subject. You see some hair on the top of subject that's not included. Nevertheless, we want to blur the background. Even if it's black and white picture, we give the impression that our subject pops up from the background. So after that, I will reduce it, of course. I will not leave it so much, but it's still in extreme, around 80. Then we go to face AI and we increase the light in the face of our subject. We want the attention of the viewer to be on our subject face. So we increase the light. I never touch the slim face. I don't like to change the characteristics of my subject. Next step, the eyes. I increase the flare around 25. I enlarge the eyes a bit. Be careful with this slider. You cannot crank it up. It's not very good. You will not have a very good result, believe me. just a little bit, use it sensitively and a little bit just to pop up the eyes. After that, let's make it white and let's enhance. I will remove the dark circles. This is one of the sliders that I use it almost exclusively, more than 70%. And I add a little bit contrast in the eyebrows. Then on the mouth, what I'm doing, I'm darkening the lips. I increase the whiteness of the teeth, just a little bit. After that, I choose skin defects removal. This AI tool will reduce dramatically all the blemishes, or the majority of them. I remove the shine from my portrait. The amount of the AI tool, I will not do it too much. Let's see how it looks, around 20%. This is a tool that I use also very sensitive. I believe we are okay. We don't use any body AI tool, or we are not doing high key picture. So after that, I use vignette, and because I want strong effect, give me the possibility to choose the subject. So I put the cursor somewhere here. And now we are almost done. And to sharpen our picture, we come here to details. And this is the trick I use. Whatever I put here in small details, I divide it by 2 and I make it negative in medium and large. So 30 divided by 2, it's 25. So minus 15 here, minus 15 here. Why I'm doing this? This gives the impression of realism to our picture. Okay. As you see, the 30 is too much for the small details for a female portrait. So let's reduce it 25. 25 divided by 2, it's 12.5. So I come 12 here, 13 here. And that's it. That's our edit. The picture is finished. That's the before, how we all started. That is the after. That's the before, one more time. And this is the after, the final edit. So, thank you for passing by. This is Edit With Me series. We test Luminar Neo. We have already edited a landscape picture together. Now it's a portrait black and white. Next episode we will create a portrait color. Stay tuned. If you find useful, please make a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell for the notification for our next episode. Thank you guys. Thank you for being here. All the best. Stay safe. Until next time. Bye.